Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and the whole Bradley Beal situation and potential targets for the Lakers when it comes to potential buyout options for the Lakers to pursue when it comes to building this Lakers roster. Because as I mentioned before, and if you guys checked my YouTube reel, I basically broke down everything when it came to the Lakers' needs after completing their 50-man roster spot by signing DeAndre Ayton and obviously Jake LaRivia, and of course bringing back Jackson Hayes. And I said it in my soliloquy, and that was, the Lakers are not done yet, and they aren't done. Really, they're not. They have to improve this roster. It's not going to compete with the likes of the OKC Thunder, the reigning champs. You also have the Denver Nuggets, who came out of nowhere in free agency and bulked up with their depth. And of course, you have the Houston Rockets when it comes all said and done. And the Lakers can't compete with the roster that's constructed now when it comes all said and done. They have to go into any given moment when it comes to either trades or potential buyouts with Bradley Beal, or there's also Damian Lillard, who's not going to be ready until next season or next year because of his Achilles injury, and speedy recovery for him. But when it comes all said and done, they have to improve. They have to improve their roster going into this upcoming season. And this roster is not going to cut it when it comes all said and done. I will show you more in depth of what the Lakers spending power will be when it comes to potential targets that they will pursue if they somehow end up doing it, and then maybe potential trades that is in the mix. For the past couple of hours ago, we've been hearing a lot of talks about some trades that the Lakers could make to improve the roster in the second unit, when it comes all said and done. So please make sure to stay tuned, guys. I really appreciate you joining me. And of course, hit that notification bell and subscribe to ZSN on YouTube. It's really important that you do so you'll be in the know when I go live or when I upload videos about the Lakers, everything content related about the Lakers, everything when it comes to trade rumors, updates, buyout signees, everything about that when it comes all said and done for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes all said and done. So please make sure to hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and guys, follow me on social media. We have a big following on Facebook, guys, around 9,000 followers on Facebook, so please be sure to follow me there. I pretty soon we'll be going live there as well. And, once the regular season begins and I do my ZSN post-game analysis, I will be also going live as well for that as well on Facebook in coming soon once the season begins. So stay tuned for that. I really appreciate it. And again, just hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get right into the whole Bradley Beal situation. I made a whole video. Guys, go check it out. I uploaded it this morning. So go check out the video. I went into depth about the Lakers and their moves and targets and what they should do, when it comes to getting Bradley Beal to LA. It still remains to be seen when he will get bought out, but it's imminent. So he will potentially be bought out by the Phoenix Suns in the next couple of days. So just stay tuned for that. And, I can just show you guys this right now. Obviously, the potential targets that he potentially has on his list. Let me see if I can try to zoom this in so you guys can, or actually I can't really zoom it in. So here we go. So obviously, guys, I made a whole video about the Bradley Beal situation and him eventually getting bought out and having the list of potential teams. Obviously, the Lakers, the Miami Heat, the LA Clippers, and I believe the Milwaukee Bucks and the Denver Nuggets has been in the conversation potentially for Bradley Beal to potentially sign his next contract with, or just maybe a veteran minimum or biannual. You never know what's the circumstances of will he potentially sign with. But obviously, the Lakers are in the conversation for him to potentially join the. Actually, I can show you here. Maybe it will show up. There we go. So yeah, these are the potential teams. Even the Golden State Warriors have been mentioned of his next destination when it comes all said and done. So it is a situation there where we have to expect the unexpected. When it comes to potential landing spot for Bradley Beal when it comes all said and done. So obviously, his time with the Phoenix Suns is basically coming to an end in the next couple of days. He will get bought out by the Phoenix Suns. He will potentially be giving up 14 million in the buyout. So, but they will be stretching his contract similar to what Damian Lillard is doing with the Milwaukee Bucks. So that will potentially he will get paid his contract that he's due. He has 2 years left on his contract, on his 5-year, $251 million that he signed during his time with the Washington Wizards. I think it was like back in 2022. So, it was a pretty recent signing that he obviously, signed recently. So, but, when it comes all said and done, he is going to get paid that money once he is waived in the next, I'm not sure how long they're going to stretch it for, but just judging by the amount that he's making, it could be another 5 years that he will be paid by the potential situation with the Los Angeles. With the any team that he's going to after the Phoenix Suns bottom out. So, but his next couple of days, we will expect that to happen very soon. So, but moving on, guys. I mean, obviously, one of his destination is Los Angeles Lakers, and there's a lot strong. There's a lot of strong indications that he is considering the Lakers when it comes all said and done to retool the roster and to build a contending team. Once if he joins the Lakers, that is the construction uh, of the roster will potentially be um, much improved if he joins the Lakers. Now, as I mentioned in my video that I uploaded this morning, it depends on what his role will be. Could he be in the starting lineup, or will he be scoring to the bench, which is obviously lacking on this Lakers roster for the second unit? I mean, there's not the best scorers on the Lakers second unit that will bring that off the bench. So, if Bradley Beal joins the fray to join the Lakers, obviously will bring a lot of scoring to the table for the Lakers when it comes all said and done. Now, defense is lacking, when it comes to his repertoire and this Lakers team in general. That's why I still hope that they look for any sort of trades or any sort of signees in the buyout market, or maybe free up a roster spot to potentially find somebody that will get bought out. It just sort of makes me see who will it be. I did bring up Marcus Smart. I personally will love the Lakers to pursue Marcus Smart in the trade scenario with the Washington Wizards, or if he gets bought out, that will be the best thing for the Lakers to have that from the whole thing with you know if Marcus Smart is not getting any suitors for trade, so he could potentially get bought out, but you never know. We just have to wait and see about that. But I would love to have him. He will be a great added to addition to this team when it comes all said and done. And I just truly believe that he'll fix a lot of what the point guard backup role is lacking. Gabe Vincent, said it in my video that I uploaded this morning, and numerous videos that I've said it so far. I don't want Gabe Vincent on this team anymore. We need to move on. We need to upgrade at the point guard position. He's not going to cut it with the Lakers moving forward, going into next season. We saw it 2 years now, and he hasn't lived up to that expectation. So my hope is that he will potentially be, dealt by the Lakers, hopefully, maybe to Washington Wizards. There's also been talk of potentially the Lakers pursuing Malcolm Brogdon of the Washington Wizards, ironically. So there's been talks about that and them surrounding a potential trade that could include, um, maybe, Maxi Cleva or Gabe Vincent, when it comes down to that. So it sort of remains to be seen about that trade potentially happening. He is 32 years old when it comes to Malcolm Brogdon. And I have to say, when it comes to his abilities, obviously, it will be great defensively. He will be a great player, defensive guard that we obviously need. But at the same time, the only knock against him is that he doesn't stay healthy, unfortunately. So that's another thing when it comes down to that. But I was just listening to Lakers Nation a couple of hours ago, and Matt the Optimist Peralta brought up the whole idea of just taking risk, and the Lakers always feared that type of mentality, and rightfully so, half of the time. But when it comes down to this type of situation, I mean, you're not really going to lose a lot when it comes to pursuing a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who's basically just going to be a temporary fix for you at the point guard position. I mean, you can potentially look for a better point guard maybe in the trade deadline once you reach the NBA season. And also maybe next offseason in free agency in 2026 to potentially, once the Lakers have more cash spending that they can do, they can obviously pursue a potential backup for Luka Doncic in maybe next season. But right now, we just obviously need to do a quick fix at the backup role at the point guard position when it comes all said and done, guys. I mean, it's just something that they really need to fix, and it's something that they have to really make sure that it is a potential fix for them to potentially do so. So I mentioned Marcus Smart. I think he's a better option, in my opinion, over Malcolm Brogdon. But there's just a lot of scenarios that both guys can work. I mean, better than Gabe Vincent at this point. So we just have to wait and see about that when it comes to all said and done, guys. I mean, it's just sort of remains to be seen what the Lakers could do to potentially improve the backup point guard position, and obviously improving defensively in that particular area. So we just have to wait and see about that. So but with that being said, I mean, that's just my personal opinion when it comes down to that. But going back to Bradley Beal, I did mention in my video that I uploaded this morning that talent wise, you have to do whatever it takes to get him. I mean, he's a great talent, like I said, a great scorer. He'll bring a lot of scoring coming off the bench if he is going to be potentially, coming off the bench for the Lakers when it comes to scoring as a sixth man coming off the bench. So, if anything, it will be a nice added addition to bring scoring off the bench. But like I said, what's still lacking is the potential, defensive side of things for the Lakers' second unit. And that's the only knock against Bradley Beal, because even though he doesn't know how to play defense, he's just not in that elite level to the extent that he will make a lot of difference for the second unit. That's why, if we do sign Bradley Beal, I hope waiting in the wings will be, D'Anthony Melton, when it comes to his ability defensively, and a defensive guard that will obviously help a lot for the Lakers in that particular area. So, or if there is a potential buyout of, Marcus Smart or somebody that is, capable of being a solid defensive point guard, for the Lakers, just by a veteran minimum signing. It's just sort of remains to be seen if that is a possibility. So, we just have to wait and see, or potential trades with Gabe Vincent, throw in a Gabe Vincent trade and Maxi Cuba to just bring in some key pieces, defensive players, joining the Lakers if Bradley Beal is on the team. So, but that's just my personal thought about that that I mentioned this morning in my video, and I'm just reiterating about it. So, but when it comes all said and done, guys, I mean, even though the talent is there and it would be amazing to have, when it comes down to the fit unfortunately does not go well for this Lakers team. And I already mentioned it. The defense side of things for the Lakers for Bradley Beal will not work out, unfortunately. Now, but when it comes to scoring, he will be amazing for us if he is coming off the bench and bringing scoring to the second unit. If somehow Rob Pelinka does not improve the second unit, if once he is added on, if that is a once that if that's a possibility. So, um, but yeah, I mean that's just the situation right there when it comes to Bradley Beal, guys. And you know, not the right fit, but for talent reasons, if you do bring him in, it will be an amazing added addition to the team. And right away, I think the Lakers will be a contending team, going head to head with the likes of the Denver Nuggets, the Houston Rockets, and OKC Thunder when it comes down to the Western Conference. So, but obviously, there are some better teams that are suitable for Bradley Beal to be going to, as we all witnessed, this morning also with the trade that went down with the Clippers and the Miami Heat and the Utah Jazz. The Clippers, who was on the list of destinations for Bradley Beal, they basically freed up roster spot for him to potentially join the uh, the Clippers, and just got a notification just right now during this live stream was that let me just read it real quick from Bleacher Report. The Clippers making room for Beal. Norman Powell trade seemed as a pre-indicator to the LA Clippers signing three-time All-Star Bradley Beal. So that is obviously not a secret when it came to that trade. That it was obviously why they did it is because, since Bradley Beal has them on their list of destinations, obviously let's try to send a message to Bradley Beal and say, hey, we're going to free up a roster spot for you and free up some money for you to potentially maybe have you sign more than what you're obviously going to get less from those certain other teams like the Milwaukee Bucks or the Lakers, who can only offer you only a biannual exception going at, when it comes to all said and done. It's somewhere around 5 million approximately, when it comes to both teams. Um, but when it comes to the LA Clippers, they freed up not just a roster spot, but some money in the process to potentially maybe give Bradley Beal a potential contract that he will not refuse. And it's more likely than not that he is going to pick LA. It just sort of remains to be seen what team they will pick, but it's kind of leaning towards the LA Clippers, unfortunately, when it comes all said and done. So, and it seems like more than ever that the Western Conference is going to be stacked more than ever when it comes down to being so competitive compared to the Eastern Conference, because it's such a free fall for any sort of West Eastern Conference team to reach the NBA Finals going into next season. So, it's just so up in the air at this point of who will come out of the Eastern Conference, because obviously with Tyrese Halliburton being out for the year due to that Achilles tear, and then you have Jason Tatum as well. It's just so up in the air of who will be the top team. Maybe it will be New York, the New York Knicks. But when it comes all said and done, guys, it's just a free for all, like I mentioned, for Eastern Conference teams to don't worry about anything, because there's nothing to compete between one another. When it comes to what type of seed they get, because it's such a casual type of conference compared to the Western Conference, where it's so loaded and so talented that it's like, who will be the number one seed, who will be the two seed, three seed is so up in the air. I mean, we kind of have an idea, but you never know. Things and chemistry and everything like that may not work out going into the upcoming season. And there's just there's like a whole lot of things that we can say when it comes to how the Western Conference is going to be. It could be the same scenario of what we went in this last season, where the third seed all the way down to the seventh or eighth seed, their records were tied throughout the board, from the Lakers side of things and from all the way down to the Memphis Grizzlies at some point. So it was similar records, and it was just such a tiebreaker that anybody could have, won any sort of seed in the Western Conference. And now more than ever, with the improvements from the Denver Nuggets side and the Houston Rockets, it's going to be more competitive more than ever. And if Bradley Beal joins the LA Clippers, I mean, that just adds more fuel to the Western Conference of how things will turn out for the Western Conference and the competitiveness in the Western Conference. And with the Lakers not doing a lot of efforts going into the to be competitive in the Western Conference is just a bit of a head scratcher. But if they get Bradley Beal and add some key pieces, I mean, no doubt about it, the Lakers are in the mix with the Denver Nuggets, with the Houston Rockets, and the OKC Thunder. But but if the Clippers get better, I mean, it doesn't make any much better for the Lakers to be competitive in the Western Conference when it comes all said and done. So that's just the fortunate part. I mean, that's the reality of the situation. And like I mentioned, when it comes down to the spending power for the Lakers, I did mention it in my post recently. Let's see here. There we go. So I did upload it yesterday and on all of my social media sites. Basically, Lakers just basically finalized the official signings of DeAndre Ayton and Jake LaRivia. Basically they just signed their respective contracts, and then Jackson Hayes signing that 1 year. For some reason, there was a lot of confusion that the Lakers gave him more than what he deserved for a 1 year veteran minimum contract, which kind of ruined their biannual exception deal, which I heard from Trevor Lane and multiple sources that it's not true because, obviously, there's something, it's kind of hard to explain of how things turn out to not be true about him getting more technically. Obviously, if the Lakers want to make that mistake or change that mistake, they could just waive Shake Milton and maybe potentially Jordan Goodwin, which I don't really see that happen. I really like Jordan Goodwin. I think he will be great added addition to the team defensively for us as the third guard. I don't really think he's a good backup point guard for Luka Doncic. So if anything, they had to find one in visa trade or maybe somebody in the buyout market if they get bought up by their team. So, AKA, Malcolm Brogdon or Marcus Smart. So, which I think they're like the best fit for this Lakers team when it comes all said and done. More of the Marcus Smart than Malik. Oh no, Malcolm Brogdon when it comes all said and done. So, but obviously Lakers do have that biannual exception and a couple of veteran minimums that they can throw out there. But obviously they just need to make trades to fill up some money up for potentially if they do want to pursue a guy like Bradley Beal, and if he makes it his priority to join the Lakers and makes Rob Pelinka tells him, "Hey, I will join you if you just somehow give me more," and if he somehow says, "Okay, let me do that right away," and all that, I'll trade Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleba and a first round pick just to free up some roster spot. I mean, then go do what you have to do. But at the same time, I mean, like I said, they have to find the right fits and, find some defensive players because what's lacking, like I said, is Bradley Beal's defense. He will bring scoring, no doubt about it. But when it comes all said and done, I mean, I think, there's better alternatives to invest all your assets and your money just to get Bradley Beal, just for him to get paid, even though he is going to get paid similar money to what you know Damian Lillard is going to get with the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, with him getting his contract stretched, obviously it is something that he may not have to worry about because he is going to get paid regardless. So, um, by another team, even if he just wants to sit out for a season. And similar situation with Damian Lillard, you know, they'll they will just get paid for not doing nothing. So um, maybe he will say, "Hey, okay, I want to be a Laker. I want to join LeBron and Luca and say, hey, I'm going to sign a veteran minimum. I'm going to give you guys a discount. All right." I really want to be a Laker, and that could be a possibility. And like I said, he said he wants to be close to home, and his family is in Phoenix, and what's closer to Phoenix is LA, California. So it is a situation where he's kind of narrowing things down, when it comes to his destination, and that is the two LA teams. Now, if the Warriors are in the mix, it just obviously sort of remains to be seen about that. But it is a situation there, and we have to be obviously waiting for the announcement from um, Bradley Beal of his next destination is, but it just sort of remains to be seen. It really is, and like I already mentioned, I mean, I said this in my video this morning. I mean, I said that talent wise, you go after him, you get him. If you're able to get him, go get him. But at the same time, it is a situation where you know who would you rather go and get the best needs for your second unit? I mean, you know, obviously should be nice to get Bradley Beal, but I really prefer the Lakers to add on some more defensive players to the second unit because Lakers really, really was struggling when it comes to their defensive side of the ball when it came down to it, and it just wasn't a pretty look for the Lakers when it came to how they played defense last season and the year before that. When it came down to it, that's why I'm still hoping. If somehow Bradley Beal doesn't work out for the Lakers, they still have another alternative. I mean, they can go into potentially. What is it called? Go into maybe the free agent remaining in DeAnthony Melton and sign him to a veteran minimum and bring him in. All you have to do is just waive Shake Milton to make that happen. And then, if you want to still improve, you can trade Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleba. And, if you can't get rid of them on their own, throw in a first round pick, maybe a second round pick. At this point, you know, you know, you have to do something to improve the second unit. Unfortunately, teams are going to fleece the Lakers every chance that they get. And, it's just the reality. I mean, the Lakers tax is such a real thing that they will do whatever it takes to take advantage of the Lakers when they need help to improve the team. And due to the circumstances of them, not having a cap space and them being almost close to the first apron, I mean, it's just really hard for the Lakers to do anything to improve the team at this point. They did what they can, obviously, and I'm not hating it. I like DeAndre Ayton. I like Jake LaRivia, and even bringing back Jackson Hayes. His familiarity with the Lakers team last season and the year before that, and it's just the atmosphere and all that. I mean, he understands the capability of playing as Los Angeles Lakers. So I like those moves, and then even bringing back Jackson Hayes. So it's just like still we need to improve this team. You have to improve this Lakers team when it comes down to bringing in some more better experienced defensive caliber players. And at this point, the Lakers don't have that. And even with the whole Dalton Connect situation, I mean, you have to maybe consider trading him as part of the trade for Gabe Vincent and all that. I mean, it's just a bit of a waiting game type of situation, when it comes all said and done. And, at this point, guys, I mean, just Rob Plinkett just needs to make sure that he does his homework right and make sure that he potentially delivers on the potential, you know, team going into next season that will obviously be beneficial for them going into next season, guys. Because at this point, how things are and the way things are constructed with this Lakers team, it's just not going to be a really good situation. When it comes to all said and done, and how they're going to be competitive in the Western Conference, because it's just not going to cut it. The Nuggets made some really good improvements to their roster when it comes down to adding on defensive caliber players and players also that can shoot. With Cam Johnson, bringing back Bruce Brown, and they also added on another veteran shooter, sharpshooter. I forgot his name at the moment, but he is obviously on that team. I mean, just how improved that they did to the team. I mean, it's just amazing, and it's just very interesting of how things are looking for the Lakers right now when it comes all said and done, guys. And my hope is that you know just just a waiting game and decision time. When it comes to what Bradley Beal will do next once he is bought out, and my fear is that he may pick the LA Clippers because of the opportunities that he will get as maybe potentially starting and obviously, getting more money potentially from the team. And like I said, I mean, he could join the Lakers, but talent wise, he's amazing. But when it comes to his fit, may not be the best fit, but at the same time, you can't really rule that out. Maybe things will turn out differently once he's in LA, joining with LeBron, and maybe a different atmosphere in LA. Being a Laker, maybe things will be much better for him compared to, the Suns. But this sort of remains to be seen. We have to wait and see. And honestly, I won't get mad. I won't be disappointed if we don't get him. I will be disappointed if he joins the LA Clippers, but it's just sort of remains to be seen if he is going to go there or not, or maybe consider the Lakers. It just sort of remains to be seen there. So, um, and like I already mentioned, when it came to the Malcolm Brogdon, situation of him maybe being traded to the Lakers by just giving up maybe Gabe Vincent or Maxi Kleva to potentially just free up some money and maybe some roster spot to potentially sign somebody like a DeAnthony Melton in free agency. Obviously, that's to be a nice improvement there. When it comes to adding on a defensive guard to your team and more defense to your team with DeAnthony Melton or something like that. I mean, it's just sort of remains to be seen of how things will be. I like Marcus Smart, to be honest with you, but sort of makes me see what the Lakers can do in that type of area of potentially improving the team there. But at the end of the day, and I already mentioned it, they just have to improve the team. They have to. Rob Pelinka needs to improve the team because it's not going to cut it. We're not going to be competitive in the Western Conference with what we have right now. I mean, sure, DeAndre Ayton and getting Mac, Jake LaRivia and signing Jackson Hayes. Sure, we got our centers. We got a good player in Jake, LaRivia. But at the same time, we still need to improve in the point guard position and just add on some really good defensive caliber players when it comes all said and done. So my hope is that Rob Pelinka will do his homework and get things done to improve the team going into this upcoming season when it comes all said and done. So yeah, guys, I mean, I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions about this Lakers situation here when it comes down to the buyout targets. Obviously Bradley Beal is in the rumor mill, and obviously the Lakers are his destination, potentially where he wants to go. And when it comes all said and done, if it doesn't work out, there's a couple of others that could be candidates for buyout situation when it comes to Marcus Smart or maybe a Malcolm Brogdon, or maybe he will get traded more likely than getting bought out. Same with Marcus Smart, but we just have to wait and see what the Lakers could do when it comes to improving this team. And like I said, Rob Pelinka, hopefully he does his homework when it comes all said and done to improve the team. So that's my hope. That's my hope for Lakers going into this situation, and hopefully at the end of the day we will have a better idea of where Bradley Beal will go, and maybe the Lakers will have a plan B mode and resolve and fix their second unit on the roster, because it's not done. It's not done by the slightest, when it comes to all said and done. So thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much. Not a lot of activity in the comment section, so I'm just going to end this live stream here. So but I said what I had to say. Go check out the video that I uploaded this morning, guys. I really appreciate it. Give me your thoughts about it. And I just got a comment here from Victor. Thank you, Victor, for joining. I really appreciate it. I said a lot. I'm just going to end this live stream, and shout out to Guatemala City from Victor. Let's get Bradley. Yeah, I mean, he's out there, and obviously he has a lot of interests of joining the Lakers, along with the Clippers and Warriors, the Denver Nuggets, the Bucks, and I believe the Miami Heat. So, it is a couple of teams that he wants to have his destination, next destination after potentially getting waived by the Phoenix Suns in the next couple of days. So, um, you know, just to, we just have to wait and see what his decision will be when it comes all said and done. So, but my hope is that Rob does not sleep on this matter and just hopefully considers his options, and hopefully, picks the right situation when it comes to the betterment of the team. If it is Bradley Beal, then go for it. It won't hurt us because it won't really cost us a lot to get Bradley Beal, since he is going to get paid by the Phoenix Suns by stretching his contract if he is waived. So, we just have to wait and see on that, when it comes all said and done. So, but yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you, Victor, for the comments. I really appreciate it. And everyone, shout out to Victor from Guatemala City, and go Lakers. Absolutely. Show some love. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream, in the next video. And like always, if any news, rumors, updates, speculations that do occur when it comes down to this update of Bradley Beal to the Lakers, if it does become a reality, if it happens, I will go live for it and do the breaking news of that. But if it doesn't and something else comes about when it comes down to free agency moves and all that, I will be always going live or maybe uploading videos of the potential news of that. But, stay tuned. I really appreciate it. Hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And once again, guys, I did mention it from the beginning of this live stream. We have a big following on Facebook, 9,000 followers on Facebook. So please be sure to follow me there and all across social media. And pretty soon, once the NBA season begins and I give my Lakers post-game show analysis of every single games, I will be going live on Facebook as well when it comes all said and done. And really looking forward to that because of the big following I have there. And I have to, obviously, go live for those potential viewers there as well. So please be sure to, if you want to be part of that, follow me all across social media and follow me on Facebook too, guys. We have a big following. So I really do appreciate the continued love, support you guys have shown me all over social media and, of course, on this channel, ZSN on YouTube. So please make sure to follow me all across social media again, guys. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. And like I said, any news, rumors, updates, speculations, I will post on the community tab and all across social media of everything that goes down when it comes to the Lakers and their off season and any decisions that we'll make when it comes all said and done. So I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.